Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, and I'm here to do a general collective reading. As you know, it's a timeless reading. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders, so you're free to switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment, okay? Because these are general collective readings. They're not personalized readings, so only take what applies and toss the rest. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I apologize. My throat is scratchy today. I have a sore throat. Well, we're just going to work through it. I thank you for being here, though. I love you guys so very much. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? I can't believe it's already the 30th, the end of the month. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with the collective? Tension, stressed out, migraines, and worry. I'm sorry you're going through that. If you can, try to de-stress. It depends on what this is, right? What's stressing you out, but try to de-stress. Your health could be at risk. Migraines, that's no good. Worry. So obviously you're stressed out. You got lots to worry about. Let's see where this is going to go. That's the overarching energy, underlying energy, intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. So it's somebody you're intimate with that you're dealing with. Maybe it's jealousy. Maybe somebody stepping out. Maybe someone, I don't know. Let's see which way it goes. There's consequences here. Bad choices, games, and mixed signals. Okay, this could go one of two ways. So either somebody's stepping out on you or you're stepping out on someone. And it's causing a lot of stress and worry. And there's consequences to, you got caught up or somebody else got caught up. And, or, yeah, we're going to leave it there. They said to leave it there. Antisocial. In your feelings, silent treatment, left out. So somebody's feeling left out. Exactly. There's waves of emotions, worry, and fear. Again, worry, there's lust. So you're dealing with somebody that's lustful. Greed, by any means necessary, inconsiderate. And you're stressed out. I get it. I'm going to tell you what I went through it a couple of times, okay? I'm going to tell you what got me through it. What made me see things in a different perspective. You can't stop this person from cheating on you or wanting to, or, you know what I mean? You can't control somebody when they're not. You can't control anybody. We have a hard enough time controlling yourselves sometimes. Why would you want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you? That wants to play you like this, that couldn't care enough to know what, obviously they know what they're putting you through, and they don't give a shit. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? Obviously you're too good for this person, right? That's cheating on you. So I want you to look at it that way. I know it's not easy. I know your heart's broken. I know it's causing a lot of problems, especially if it's a marriage or you're living together. You have children together. You have assets together. I get it. You don't have to leave right away, but start making plans. The inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, eventually, some people think, okay, I can look the other way. It always rears its ugly little head. You know what I mean? It's always going to be there. Tensions. Where are we going with this? I'm sorry you're going through that. My heart goes out to you. Tension. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Help this person. Yeah. Silent understanding, unspoken understanding creates a deep connection. So, yeah, there is a silent understanding. If I don't mention it, if I don't address it, it'll go away. Something like that. Not always, okay? It's never going to go away. Whoever you're dealing with, male or female, they're always going to want what they want when they want it. And they don't give two shits about you or your relationship. So somebody's feeling conflicted, you or the person you're with. Inner conflict makes decision-making difficult. You're in a safe space, or you're in need of a safe space emotionally, right? A place where you can truly be yourself and feel at peace. It's a hidden truth. There you go. Facts haven't been fully revealed. You feel double-crossed. You may face betrayal or being double-crossed. There's the confession here. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you did cheat. Maybe you have to tell your partner. It could go both ways, right? So someone is about to confess their true feelings to you. Are you them? Someone's afraid that their relationship is over. But if you ask me, if this person's cheating on you, they're always looking for the next best thing. It's not much of a relationship. You're selling yourself short, right? You got to learn to love yourself enough to say no more. Where are we going with this, please, for the collective? Tension, silent understanding. If you're dealing with a narc, I just heard a narc. They're never going to change. Abandoned. You feel abandoned. Or you have abandonment issues. Left out, walked away, and cold. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're going through that. It's a confession yet again. Unveiling, coming clean, and messages. Hopeless. Sinking, despair, falling apart. Return. Second chance, opportunity, making amends. Obscurity. Secrets, mysteries, concealing. You're exhausted. Depletion, drained, and long journey. There's a lot of conflict. You have a firm foundation, maybe a home, a family, right? Established security, and again, conflict again. You're feeling frozen out, stonewalled. There are no words. You called somebody bluff, or you know somebody's bluffing, pretending, masking, exaggeration, and somebody's running here, ghosting, disappearing, invisible, you or them. From this commitment, from this marriage, promise, or fidelity. You thought you were soulmates. Yeah, you're soulmates. Deep love, unity, and connection. You're hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting, hoping that this won't, for this family, or you prayed for this family, this peace in this family. There's a curse here. They've cursed themselves. There's a lot of sorrow. Or place it where it belongs. Maybe you cheated, okay? I'm not here to judge you. I'm only here, if I'm lucky, to guide. Okay, nobody's perfect. I don't like the sin. I mean, I don't hate the sinner. I hate the sin. I don't like seeing people suffer and go through unnecessary pain. If you're going to cheat, if you know you're a cheater and you get into a relationship with somebody, don't marry them. Don't get into a serious relation. Don't lead them astray. Don't make them believe that there's a future when there's not. Before you actually cheat, break it off with that person. Tell them that you're not as committed. You know what I'm saying? Before you cheat, before you make them go through all of that, because it's at the end of the day, it's horrible. If you've never been cheated on, you'll never know what it feels like. It is not a good feeling. I remember I said to an ex of mine, actually it was maybe the last time I saw him, I suspected he cheated on me. I was always loyal to him, though. Always there when he needed me, blah, blah, blah. He always kept tabs on me as well, by phone or stopping by. You know what I mean? I had to tell him who I'm with, what I'm doing, where I'm going. And he never told me anything. And I said to him, I was crying about the last narc that I was with, right? What he made me go through emotionally. And I said, you don't know what it feels like. And I went, hold on a sec. Have you ever been cheated on? And he thought about it. He goes, no, never. And I thought, yeah. But you know what it feels like to cheat on somebody. That's what I was thinking, right? I forgot myself for a second. And the strange look on his face. He's never been cheated on, so he thinks. You know what I'm saying? So there's some people out there that will never know what it feels like if they're lucky. And other people will never know what it feels like because they're the ones cheating. Yeah, heartbreak here. Where are we going with this? Tension, silent understanding, abandonment, or abandoned. Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Wow. Number one, you stand on your own 2 feet. Stand and defend your own convictions. Defend yourself. Be loyal to yourself. If somebody's cheating on you, this is not where you need to be or they need to be. Do you understand? It's a new chapter of your life. So you're ending a chapter to begin a new one. I'm trying to move on. Congratulations. I know it's not easy. Yeah, absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. That could be you or them or both. There is a soul tie here. Everybody we come into contact with, we have dealings with, relationships with, they are a soul tie. Okay, we have to figure out whether it's good or bad. If they're here as a karmic soul tie, here to teach us a lesson or not. Not all soul ties are meant to be with forever and ever. We move from one chapter to the next in life. And if you notice, you look back, depending on how old you are, you'll notice that there's people that have faded away and new ones came. Do you understand what I'm saying? To teach us new things, to lead us down the road that we're meant to go. Nothing is permanent in this world. Not relationships. Everything is temporary. Okay? So there's always a third party. There we go. There are other things that got in the way of us being together, and they neglected your relationship, your needs, and you. I failed to give you what you needed, and now they feel broken, or they know they broke you. Okay? I feel shattered about this situation. Again, I'm sorry you're going through that. Okay? It's best that you figured it out now. And it's best that, you don't waste any more time with this person. That is a time waster. I hate to say it. Until they fucking grow up, you're going to hurt a lot of people. Tension, silent treatment, abandoned, and confusion. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? What's the message for the collective, please? Thank you. King of Needles. King of Swords. This could be you or someone else, male or female. Place the genders where it belongs. This could be hiring a lawyer. It could be law and order. It could be a therapist. It could be anybody. Somebody with authority is going to be speaking the truth. Somebody's very learned, astute. You can't fool this person. Speaking truths here. Overarching energy. Where are we going? I think here if it's divorce or separation. There we go. Somebody's not as committed as they let on. So it's a divorce or separation. Somebody doesn't value traditional values or relationships. Yep, letting go, letting God. Surrendering. Hangman in reverse. Illumination. Overcoming. You're not wasting any more time. Maybe you're in the middle of a separation, divorce, and you thought by now they should have reached out by now and gotten back together with me, or maybe that's what they're thinking. They would have taken me back by now. You're going through with this. Yep, the truth is out. Now that truth is out, you're letting them go. You're facing your shadow. You're facing your fears. Congratulations. The truth is out. You're not doing this anymore. So maybe you're consulting that King of Swords. You are consulting a lawyer, male or female. What's the message here, please? King of Potions. Yeah, this is somebody's malicious and ruthless and careless. With your heart, with your emotions. They're emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature. Self-serving, self-absorbed. They could be in their feelings right now. They could be inebriated as well. Male or female. But they're in their feelings. The truth is out. Empress energy, bottom of the deck. This could be you very, very sad. Didn't go along, didn't go with your initial, your intuition in the beginning. Or this is them crying over you. There could be a pregnancy. Or you're just done. You're standing on your own 2 feet here. 4 Swords, the worst has happened. This is a nightmare. Could be a pregnancy. They got pregnant by someone else, or they've impregnated somebody else. Or you are their home, their nurturer. Because an Empress in the upright, divine feminine energy is a nurturer. They're down to earth. Male or female. That's unconditional love, right? They thought that you would withstand all their bullshit till the end of time, possibly. Put that back in. It's too many. Where are we going with this, please? Thank you. Again, did I stutter 4 Swords in reverse? There's a calamity here. They're scared. Mentally unwell here, losing their grip on reality. I heard it's not turning out the way they wanted it to. Somebody's scared here. 3 of Pentacles, a third-party situation, a collaboration, a contract. Oh, the secrets are coming out. Somebody was talking shit, lack of awareness, didn't use their intuition. Shit talker, the secrets are coming out. So this could be a mistress as well. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Quite satisfied with the get-up, with the setup. So there's a mistress in the, or a side dude in the equation, and they're quite satisfied with the setup. For a few of you, I just heard that this is the status quo. You're with somebody that likes a little bit of extra on the side. And in the beginning, you agreed to it. But now you're not feeling the same way. Your feelings have changed. Unfortunately, theirs hasn't. So you're going to have to make a decision, okay? We've always done this. We've always been through this. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody has different situations and different understandings. Oh, stop it. These cards are crazy. That's heartbreaking. Third-party situation for sure. Or maybe this is the actual side piece that's heartbroken as well. Everybody's heartbroken. Exit 10 of Cups. Yeah, there's a family, or they're going to be a family. This was happiness. They were happy. This was pure happiness for the side piece. Obviously, they were getting something out of it. Somebody has a family, or they created a family with a side piece. They go different ways. Just take what applies. Here we go. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's unfaithful. They can't come correct, okay? They don't want to pay up. If they did have a family with somebody, they don't want to pay for the children or the child. Somebody's immature, very irresponsible, not to be relied upon or depended upon. It's their way or the highway. 6 of Swords. Yeah, they moved on. You could be in a period of transition, leaving one cycle to go into a new one. Or somebody's on the run. They could be traveling here. Move into a better place, a happier place. So this person could be traveling and giving their cup of love to all kinds of people while they're on the go. That's 5 of Swords. Willing to do whatever it takes to win. But this is out of jealousy, pettiness, cruelty, and bullying. So this could be the side dude or the side piece. That's really stirring up a lot of shit. They want to hang on to this person, or I don't know. 8 of Swords. Yeah, they're stuck. Stuck in their head, self-imposed, too many obstacles to overcome. Not feeling a feeling of freedom here. Being held back, stuck, or trapped with a third-party lover here. So it could be a higher level soulmate connection, but this person hasn't healed themselves, or you. And that's why you're willing to let a third party or multiple third parties in. Or your partner's expecting to have multiple parties. This could be a higher level soulmate connection, but they just don't want to heal and do the proper thing. And in their mind, they might feel trapped within a conventional relationship. So either you go along with what their wants are, or you wind up on your own going elsewhere, and or you wind up being cheated on. Take it for whatever it is, right? You're walking away. No emotional fulfillment here. 8 of Cups. You're in search of your 9th and 10th cup. All it is smecks. There you go. You want something better. You want somebody that's attracted to you and only you, not the world. I get it. Walking away. The world is over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Lessons learned. 3 of Wands. You're not looking back. You're looking forward. You know your life. You have options elsewhere. Let's put it that way. You're not looking back. You're not going back to the past. You foresaw this, or you got a glimpse of what your future is going to look like. It's over. This illumination. You want to be happy again. I get it. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. This illumination is, you need people in your life that you can trust. You want to heal. Congratulations. This is not your wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups in reverse. This is no emotional fulfillment or happiness. There's a lot of partying. You're finding out that your partner's always partying. It's a fall from grace. It's always sexual. This is, you need more. You need more connection on the emotional side. You can get schmecks anywhere, right? So why are you with this person? You're moving on, overcoming, bringing back balance to your life. It's radically accepting the situation for what it is. This person's not going to change. It doesn't matter what comes out of their mouth. It's their actions, right? So you're moving on, leaving them behind. Congratulations. Yep, you went within, did that soul work. You'd rather be on your own for a while. And I do suggest that if you're leaving one relationship, put some distance between your past relationship and your new ones. Do that healing work in between so you don't bring the same problems into the new relationship, okay? So it's going to happen quickly. And you're going to find love. This is self-love as well. The 7 of Wands, yeah. You're standing your ground. You're standing your ground. You love yourself. You want true love. You don't want this bullshit anymore. I get it. You're good on your own. 9 of Pentacles in the upright. You're celibate. You're chaste. You're a hard worker. You might have a business. This is getting in the way of your business. But you're in your own garden. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You're taking a new approach here. Starting something new. A practical approach. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, right? This is learning something. Applying what you've learned. Congratulations. You're realizing you're good on your own. You don't need this person. Even financially, you don't need this person. Why are you sticking around? For them to continuously hurt you. They may be trying to call you inebriated, emotional, wanting you to come back. They don't want to be on their own. That might make the situation worse. I can't tell you what to do. I personally, if I knew, there's no going back. If I knew this person wasn't going to change, I wouldn't even bother talking to them anymore. Give them, more rope to play with you some more. Nah. Maybe you have to talk to them because you have a family, you have a home. I don't know. That's the 3 of Potions, 3 of Cups. They want to reconcile. Are you learning that they're sleeping with a friend or a bunch of friends? 7 of Pentacles. Definitely got receipts here. They underestimated you. 7 of Pentacles. You're looking back at the past, and this is the 4 of Presents. 4 of Pentacles. Somebody's insecure and unstable. You're looking back at the past at how unstable and insecure they made you feel. You want something solid. I don't blame you. You were dealing with rats here. They were giving a little piece of cheese to every rat they were dealing with. Maybe out of your own coffers. Who knows? You're standing out. This is somebody that's really distorted. There's a bully maybe. They're in their ego. They're very prideful. They bend. It's all about an image to uphold. Yeah, you don't want to deal with this anymore. It's just continuous, right? And I get it because they're going out and cheating. They want control. They thought they could control this situation. But obviously they can't. But the more they cheat, the more that you suspect it. Whether you know it or not, I'm not sure. But the more you suspect it, the more you're going to be like wondering where they're going, who they're talking to. It makes you more paranoid, and that's not a way to live. Every time they talk on the phone or every time they leave, where are they going? Who are they talking to? 6 of Cups, yeah. Going back to the past. Or this is happening right now. Maybe they're trying to bully you now because they can't get their way. I don't know. Something to do with children. Not a good father to the children. Don't want to be a father to the children. This is awareness. Maybe they've impregnated somebody or got impregnated by someone. This is awareness, making a judgment call. They're under divine judgment. There's a list of offenses they've committed. Naughty or nice. Well, they've committed a lot. You're making a good judgment call here. You're standing your ground. Congratulations. You're overcoming and you're putting up boundaries. Enough is enough. There's a lot of emotional wounding here. So parting ways, grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk. 5-5 is bringing massive change. Okay? 5 of candles, 5 of wands. They're fighting. There's competition, conflict, jealousy, strife, and rivalry. They wanted you to compete. You're not going to. They're a liar, a cheater, a thief maybe, and you're getting your justice. So this is balancing out. You're the one that got away. You're getting away from this person. You may be one of the only one that got away from this person. Said enough is enough and showed them this is the way you conduct yourself in a relationship. It's going to bring changes. It's going to be radical changes for you and for them, but at the end of the day, you're getting your balance. You're getting balance back into your life and justice, not of candles. This is a player energy. Okay? And you get angry. They're going to get angry really quickly here. Because they're giving and receiving and prioritizing other people. Or maybe this is you. You're determined to bring back balance to your world. Congratulations. And you're standing in your power, male or female. Place the genders where it belongs. Queen of Cups, or Queen of Wands, I should say. You're unafraid, you're confident, you're bold, you're alluring, you're attracting, and you're charming. You're able to create a beautiful life for yourself. You're a leader. You have a lot of confidence and they know it. You're successful in your own right. You can do this on your own. You're not afraid. So maybe they're so used to hooking up with people that are afraid to be on their own, or you can't make it on their own, or so they think. I think you're blowing them out of the water here. I think they thought wrong here. Congratulations. I know it's not easy. I know your heart's broken. It's not a reason to laugh, blah, blah, blah. But you can't always be serious. Find a reason to laugh each and every day, okay? So somebody you're intimate with, mutual respect, unity, that's what you're after, closeness. But it's brought nothing but tensions here because they're being intimate with everybody and their dog. Stressed out, migraines, and worry. Yeah, silent understanding. Unspoken understanding creates a deep connection. There's a lot of inner conflict where it comes to this here, okay? Inner conflict makes decision-making difficult. It's confession time. Unveiling, coming clean, messages, abandoned, left out, walked away, and cold. Now they might feel abandoned after abandoning you emotionally, right? There's a lot of confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand because you're heading towards a new chapter. But I thought I could hang around and just keep doing what I'm doing now. I'm trying to move on. You're trying to move on. So if they're trying to stop you from moving on, you know what you need to do, right? Even if you do have children together, you have a home together, you got to find a way to keep moving on and not listen to their crap. You know what I'm saying, right? Let's get one of these on. Okay. Oops, cards went flying. How are we ending this for the collective, please, Spirit? Why does this deck feel so small all of a sudden? Hold on a sec. That's because half of it was still left in the box. I knew I felt weird. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the parting message here for the collective? You're going to be all right. Imagine there will be no second chances. Somebody doesn't want to change or take accountability. This is no second chances. They're getting karma. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. No more messaging. There you go, message in a bottle. Usually in the past, maybe they got back into your good graces, you know, by sending you sweet messages and I miss you and blah, blah, blah. It's not going to work this time. 15, you peeped their game. You saw through the illusions. You're breaking free. You don't need this. Unfinished symphony. You're going to feel like it's unfinished. Well, that's just too bad. That's their problem, right? This is fated. 10. This is a series of fortunate events meant to propel you where you need to go. It's a Wheel of Fortune. Unfinished symphony. Yeah, to the sea, you're moving on. You're leaving them behind. 7 is chariot. Congratulations. You're being overseen by the divine, by your spirit team. You don't know exactly where you're going to go, who you're going to wind up with, but you're not looking back, that's for sure. You're moving forward. Congratulations. You're going to go and heal. I suggest we all do that whenever this happens, right? You need some time to yourself. Prioritize yourself and heal. Listen, you might feel like you're unloved right now, but don't let that get to you. You are very loved. I love you. You're going to find somebody that loves you. There's always somebody out there for us, the right fix, the right connection. This isn't the right connection for you, okay? So in reverse, it's just a protection message that I'm going to read. So illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are, not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fear. Then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. So that's why you need to heal, so you don't recreate this in your mind later on with another person, right? They may trigger you or something like that, and then you might think, I'm right back where I was before. You know what I mean? Release any fear. Then envision anew. Perhaps you're anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what, illusions and awfulizing are a misuse of imagination. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded. Stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. So the protection message for 15. Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They are warning you for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best interests at heart and will draw your attention to what you are overlooking. They're there with you. Trust and believe that, okay? You have to listen to your gut. You have to do what's right for you, or else it's just going to get way worse, right? So 10, unfinished symphony. The essential meeting is unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. So maybe this has happened to you in the past, and you haven't completed this lesson. Maybe you went back to the same person that cheated on you, and it's happening over and over again. Lack of closure. Well, the minute they cheat on you, that is your closure, darling, okay? Or this person might feel like they need to make amends, or if you're the cheater, you might feel like you need to make amends. Sometimes all you need to do is say sorry. I don't know. Search your souls. But to come back in and to rehash things that's not purposeful, it's not going to help, right? Especially if they're really, really upset. You really hurt their hearts. You know what I'm saying? This is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. Sometimes like I said, the closure is them cheating. That is the answer you sought out. Can I trust this person? Absolutely not. They're on their own journey. They're not ready to heal. Why are you tagging along with them if they're not ready to heal? They're going to bring destruction into your world, right? You can't move forward if you're leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. Now, wouldn't that be nice? I think you already have decided this, and I'm good on my own. I don't need this person. I don't need this crap. I think it's this person that's really going through, the one that was cheating on you, that's going through these emotions because maybe this never happened like this to them before. Maybe they always counted on you being there, right? Taking their crap, and it's not happening the way they want. Oops, hold on, let me go get that. Sorry about that. So we have Owl. Good advice from a wise person. So you have a wise person around you. Please listen to what they have to say, or maybe it's just me. I'm always happy to help. Lightning, control your anger, you will be sorry. So this could be you or them. I don't know. Maybe they're a hothead, and hearing you say no might just trigger them. So if you think that's going to happen, or there's a potentiality for it, you don't need to be in the same room with them to tell them no. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ear, good news is coming towards you. Throne, position of authority. Get ready to take your throne. You're good on your own for now until you bow. You are highly thought of, okay? Cat, a two-faced friend. So it could be a two-faced friends involved. Your friend, their friend. Take it for whatever it is. And not. So they're tied up with a friend or something like that. Unsuccessful plans. You don't need that crap. Okay? Just move on. You're going towards where you're meant to be. Wherever that is. Everybody's story is different. But you're certainly not meant to stay here in this situation and put up with this crap. So I wish you the best of luck. I wish you a great deal of healing. I love you. And until next time, take care.